Konami. For far too long, I have remained silent, sitting here behind my computer desk, creating dank videos for people that are fans of your game, and I've heard their cries, and I'm here to talk about it. For a long time, I really did not understand where you guys were coming from for certain cards and certain events, and I honestly just either gave my opinion or I didn't. But at this point, I really want to talk about some issues, and I really want to bring some things to the forefront that I do not understand about this game, or in fact how you guys do business. Now, back in the day, I did not intend on playing this game, believe it or not. Duel Links was released, and when I started to play it initially, I thought it was very boring and very slow, and that tutorial that I had to go through to even start the game was so long, I almost just closed the app out right there, because I already knew how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And it just was, I wasn't feeling it at all. The reason why I actually came back to Duel Links is because after I spent some time playing other mobile games with popular franchises that I enjoyed, I found Duel Links to be not as bad as the others. But if you're wondering what I mean by that, I'm actually referring to the pricing and how Duel Links approaches its customer base. Now, I was taking a look at the game Pokemon Duels at the time, and that's a game that was extremely fun, had a level of skill to it, and it was an interesting game that I had never experienced before. That's the type of game that I'm interested in. That's the type of game I enjoy. But the thing that chased me away from Pokemon Duels is that the pricing for Pokemon Duels was way too expensive. And even some of their most high-priced exclusive items, those things were ranging up to around $100. And I don't care if it's now or later or any other time, $100 price point for some JPEGs, basically the right to use JPEGs within your animated world, I can't do it. It's easier to go $39.99, $19.99, $9.99, which is why you guys set it up like that. And I get it. Putting a $100 price point will chase people away. With that said, I want to talk about free-to-play. Now, the main issue with the free-to-play players are this whole thing about I want my free gems in a Gladiator Beast event. Now, as far as I know, there hasn't been anything addressed about this issue. You said you'd look into it if there was a problem on your official Twitter page as you guys were out for the weekend. That was last week. This week, we don't hear anything from you, and the only thing you have that looks like it's addressing the issue to me is this event survey here, which basically is asking, were you satisfied with the lottery rewards that you can obtain using the lottery coins, cards, gold, gems, etc.? Did the reward from the event point accumulation motivate you to play the event? Now, don't get me wrong, I really like these events. I enjoyed your event, and I'm glad that you actually create this side event that is very casual yet pretty competitive. But I have two gripes with it. Taking down the gems from wherever they were to one, to me, honestly, I didn't really notice it or pay attention to it because I don't really participate in the events as much as you'd think I would, or I don't participate in the events as much as an average player would, because I spend most of my time making YouTube videos. I cannot spend time grinding in your game and keep up with creating content. So to be 100% honest, I did not notice this, but thousands of people noticed this. Thousands of people were disgusted by this, and because they were disgusted, they asked me what my thoughts were. Now, I actually erred on the side of reason and said allow Konami to get it together, and they'll send us a message as to what's going on and what's happening. And they said they'll fix it over the weekend, and I'm going to wait on that. That was last week. So what people are looking for here are some answers. They want to know, why has the gems been reduced to 1, and why aren't you saying anything about it? And honestly, I feel like I know that answer. It's because it's profit driven, and you wanted to take away the option to get more gems because of the paid tool that you guys added in. Now, a lot of people were saying that in the comments. I think that's a logical explanation as to why, but even so, I would understand why you couldn't communicate something like that to the community. But to be 100% honest with you, I get why you made the decision. I think you made the choice because you came out with a paid option to continue the event. And with the paid option to continue the event, you did not want it to become a fest where someone would, let's just say, I forgot what the price was, but let's say somebody paid $2, and they paid $2 and they grind the event out. And somehow that $2 equaled a substantial amount of gems, which if you look at the value of the gems going into packs and $2 they paid, it just doesn't even out. I totally understand that. So for example, if I was to walk into a bank and a bank was like, hey, if you give me $2, we'll give you access to the vault for 30 minutes. And we're going to roll dice in the vault. And for every 6 you get, you just get to walk out with a stack of $10,000, $100 bills. Now, that's just a little bit of RNG there for you. I'll roll those dice all day. You'll never get me to leave. And every time I roll those dice and I get those $10,000, I would just take 2 of my mighty 10 and hand it right back and roll those dice yet again. Because why would I stop rolling the dice if I know that it's always going to result in profit? I understand why you would release a paid option and reduce the gems to basically nothing. I totally get that. But you guys need to understand and get that the people that play this game are not playing this game for gold. They're not playing it for cards. They're playing it for gems, and they want to play online against other opponents. Now, with that being said, people saying hashtag I want my gems, that was a way of letting you know that they are fed up and they're not going to take this lying down. And of all the times that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links community has complained about this or that, or I have complained about this or that, this is the one time where I've seen virtually everyone unified saying one thing: where's my gems? So I'm asking you, Konami, where are their gems? These people need their gems to continue and perpetuate this game in the system. And if you take away their gems and replace it with paid options, would basically get them nothing. Because the only reason they're playing the event is to farm gems, which is what I thought you guys made these events for, was to farm gems and cards in a fun and creative way versus the traditional way, which is fumbling around in the overworld and dueling NPCs. So I thought that was your purpose and intention. However, doesn't look like that was the case. It looks like these events were set up to get people to join them, play them, and for you guys to open up a pay model at some point and inject it into this so you can create another revenue stream for your company, which is not bad. It just does not look good when you reduce the free-to-play parts of this game, because the free-to-play people that play this game are the backbone to this game. I know people like to refer to them as, like, refer to themselves or refer to other as whales, dolphins, and I guess free-to-play guppies. But basically, there's more guppies in the sea than it is whales and dolphins, just like in the actual sea, because dolphins and whales gotta eat. And guess what they eat? Free-to-play. So don't let the free-to-play fish go away, because when the free-to-play fish go away, the dolphins go away. When the dolphins go away, the killer whales go away. And there's nothing else left but for you guys to create another app with all the money you made. And I don't know if people like myself and others would come back for that app because you didn't treat us right the first time when you had a good thing going. Don't create a wonderful platform, a place to play the game and engage and enjoy, but then turn around and burn it down and create something new within its place and expect people to respect that, because they won't. I won't. Now, I want to talk about Zane for a little while.
Dueling is my life.
Zane. No one's ever said it better. Dueling is life. But when it comes to Zane, Duel Links done fucked up. Konami, you made a mistake. Now listen, I know it might be well beyond my pay grade, well beyond my station to say so. However, I'm going to say this anyway. For the sake of every duelist here, why? Dear sweet God, why is there no Cyber Dragon in this game? It doesn't make sense to not have Cyber Dragon in this game when you've released an archetype that says special summon a monster. What are you doing? Fur hires can summon anyone, anytime, as long as they have a card in hand. What is the difference between a Cyber Dragon, which is practically a vanilla monster, and a Dyna for hire, which can banish cards in the grave, alter the means of attack on the field, and lock your opponent out from attacking altogether if you have to? Or a card like Wiz that can negate any spell or trap, even continuous ones. You mean to tell me it's okay to summon those two cards for free, but it's not okay to play Cyber Dragon and normal summon my white magical hat? Come on, Konami. That doesn't make any sense. And if you're holding back on Cyber Dragon because you plan on releasing Zane non-dark side, you plan on releasing Zane in his GX college years with Cyber Dragon in it, okay, I will give you that. But I highly doubt that's what you're planning on doing, because I'm looking at Zane right now and the man's named Zane Truesdale. He's not dark side Zane. He's not Underworld Zane. He's Zane Truesdale. So I don't understand how or when or why you wouldn't have a Cyber Dragon there. You have Genzo in this game, and Genzo isn't hitting for anything. Genzo's collecting more dust than my Nintendo Switch, so I need to know, where is my Cyber Dragon? Because Cyber Dragon's effect to special summon itself is nothing compared to any for hire monster. They're all busted. So I'm sorry, Konami. I don't agree with you not dropping Cyber Dragon. Playing all these garbage Cyber Dark monsters, don't even get me started. Too late, I'm started. Cyber Dark monsters. Why in the world is there a Zane walking around calling himself Underworld Zane, playing a better Cyber Dark deck than we could possibly play? Monsters that discard from the hand to search field spells that give monsters immunity. Why would that not be included in Zane's level up tree? Why is that not here? It's a bunch of Cyber Dragon stuff in here and no Cyber Dragon. There's a bunch of Cyber Dark stuff in the game, yet the Cyber Dark cards are not unlockable. The ones that are good anyway. The game is already extremely fast. Fur Hires is the most consistent deck ever to grace our meta, besides Cyber Angels. And you mean to tell me I can't have Cyber Dragon? I don't get it. Am I missing something here? Is there a skill that has Cyber Dragon in it? Cyber Style don't count, my boy. Heavy Starter, only if I had Cyber Dragon. I don't see any skills. So if there's no skills that can summon Cyber Dragon, unless it's a secret freaking skill, and if there's no secret skill in there right now and you add one later on, money. Come on. Don't try to sneak me, my boy. Just be 100% straight up. Be like, my bad. We forgot all about Cyber Dragon. How about you just take one? Hand it over. Because it doesn't make sense for us to not have Cyber Dragon at this point when the game has evolved to a state of well beyond someone being able to one turn destroy you. And I'm not talking about one turn kill. I mean one turn destroyed. I'm talking about first turn. Well, looks like all you had was a face down monster. Guess I have game with my 3-mass hero Ankies and 3-mass change with Chalice. Guess I have game. See you later. So you can't tell me that Cyber Dragon's too broken for this game. Now, I could see you not putting Power Bond in this game ever, because that card is broken. But don't you dare drop Cyber Dragon and Power Bond at the exact goddamn time. That's my personal grievance, okay? Don't do that. But just drop the Cyber Dragon. Don't give us Power Bond. We don't need that. Just drop Cyber Dragon. The multipliers for auto duels and the multipliers for rewards, I think is fantastic. Having those multipliers really help people like myself who absolutely hate spending time grinding this game. And I don't have a lot of money to whale out the game. So basically, I'm in an awkward position. I want to create content, yet I need all the cards, but I don't want to grind, and I don't got the money. So what do? I got to pick one of them. So at the end of the day, I start grinding. And when I grind, it takes forever and it's so tedious, and I feel like I'm wasting my life grinding. I hate it. So I'm glad that you added those multipliers to help move things along faster. It's even possible to farm some of your characters without even using a farm deck, because the multiplier is so good, and for rewards with a 3 multiplier anyway, you end up getting 8 rewards. So that's just fantastic, and I really enjoy that. Adding Zane was a good choice in general, but I knew you had to add Zane because I saw your Twitter post about revving it up on 5Ds, and I would imagine if you're going to be revving some shit up, you're going to need to hurry up and get all the GX boys out, which leads me back to my original conspiracy that Cyber Dragon will not be released in an alternate Zane, because like I said, this man's name is Zane Truesdale that I'm looking at right now, and it's time for 5Ds. So you're gonna tell me that we're gonna get 5D synchros before we get Cyber Dragon? Is the reason why you don't want to release Cyber Dragon because you don't want people Cyber Dragon, tune it up in the Stardust, in turn, set some back row? You don't want that? If that's what you're worried about, Konami, add more cards to banish. Other than that, put the Cyber Dragon in. You guys have done a wonderful job of making this game look fantastic. I'm looking at it right now. It's on the night setting, which is something you added newly. You got the Cyber Dank Dragon, for as useless as he is, looking immaculate in the background as the red light illuminates the L that I'm going to take when I try to play this deck. However, I do appreciate it looking cute. Karibo-kun, right over here in the corner, waiting to be leveled up. I enjoyed this little thing. I have no idea where it's going to go or what I'm going to be getting out of this. Apparently, we can get some sexy prismatic cards. This looks really, really nice, Konami. I appreciate this. But at the end of the day, Konami, that fluff doesn't matter. The fluff isn't the reason why people play this game. The people play this game because the community is strong. We like each other. People play this game because we love Yu-Gi-Oh! People play this game because being competitive is fun. People don't play this game for the aesthetic. That's a bonus. So if you're going to spend any money on anything, I think you guys should spend more money and research on how your free-to-play players interact with this game. how your free-to-play players utilize this game. Because although your free-to-play players are going to be your main basis of people that's going to keep this game alive, they're also going to be your loudest voices with your biggest complaints. And if you're not listening to them or ignoring them by putting up a social media post saying we'll hit you up later and never hitting them back up, talking about look at these 5Ds, my boy, what are you doing? That's all I got to say about that, Konami. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this. One more thing, Konami. You did an update, which I appreciate. You updated the duel replays, and I'm glad that you did that. You allowed the names to be displayed, and at the end, it'll say the name of the person who won the duel. That's great. But I would love if you gave me at least a day's warning that you were going to nuke my replays.